that 33 is like designed to make you hate life and hate glazing. Putting on my nitrile gloves from Harbor Freight. That's the best price I've been able to find so far. Alright. The sash are already bedded, so any kind of flaws have already been vetted. All my technique already netted. So basically I'm shoving the glazing into the glazing rabbet with the palm of my hand. Like this. I shove it away from my body, like so. See, a lot of people try to pull it toward themselves. It doesn't work. You know, it's like you're trying to shove it off of your hand, and that's what works best for me. Shoving it off of your hand, like trying to scrape it off your hand, and you're using the edge of the glazing rabbet to scrape the putty off of your hand. So my goal personally is to get the glazing in the rabbet as fast as I can, because then I'm going to go ahead and tool it after that. So, if I'm going fast, let's see, sometimes I'll do all my cuts all at once, like this, and then go back and clean up the excess. Sometimes I'll do one at a time. Depends on the groove of the day, I guess. So that's a corner chop there. I'm going to pick up my excess. Stick it right there. Yes. There you go. Nice. Now, as you can see, I'm using my Sarco multi-glaze type M. It's really the best stuff for this. Allows you to paint your glazing in 2 days. So if you want to make cash with your window sash, type M is the one that helps you do that. If you want to try to cash out on your job using DAP 33, you just can't do it, because DAP 33 is like designed to make you hate life and hate glazing and hate window work and stuff like that. Well, really, if the home stores wanted you doing this, then it would make sense that they would give you the things that you need to be able to do it. See, look, I'm doing one at a time now. I'm cutting one, cleaning one, okay? Different ways to go about doing it. And do that long running pick there. Pick up my excess. From here I could detail my corner right there. When you're detailing your corners, you always start in your corner and work outward, okay? Work corner and work outward. Here we go. Slice that one. I'm going to super slice. Okay? I'll do a running pick here. Toss in the bucket. There we go. I'll kind of pull some out of my corner here. Creeping pick. Steve, why do you call it the creeping pick? Well, because I'm creeping up on it. I'm picking out that excess glazing in the corner. And so you've got creeping pick, micro pick. Get your micro slice. Your micro slice is what you do when you cut it. You didn't cut it thin enough and it's kind of sticking over the glazing rabbet, you know, on the inside. So. I cleared off all of the excess squeeze out that we pushed down with the glass. And one of the reasons why is because we want to be able to see this outline of where the glass sits, that shelf, okay? Because when we glaze it, we use that as a gauge for how far our glazing goes out, okay? And we don't want our glazing to go further than that line. One of the things I'd advise people who are new to glazing is to learn how to do it right and left-handed, okay? Because that'll enable you to do more from one simple position. See, I'm going right and left here. Focusing on my corners, right and left. There we go. All right, there we go. Looks pretty good, I think. Ta-da! Right, so now I'll take my magic dust and I'll dust it off. I've got just an old brush that I've used. Oh, see, it's just hairy thing, you know. So, but what this does is this dust licks up oily residue that gets on the glass when you shove the glazing putty in. Get this glazing residue up now, then you save yourself some work later because it'll set up on the glass and then you have to get it off the razor blade. Right now it comes off real fast. Okay, so here we go. Check it out here. Got Mark in the background. Mark's another master glazer there. So this could easily be him, but I think he's kind of shy for the camera. So, dun dun dun. Isn't that nice? I've got my sash glazed all the way, okay? I got my corners really nice and tight, ready to go. But I've got all this residue on here. See that? Yeah. Okay. How do you get that residue off, Steve? Well, I use a magic concoction that I call magic dust, okay? Steve, what is magic dust? Here's the big secret, okay? This is magic dust. 20-minute mud. Alright? And here, let's get a good shot inside of there. Look. See? I can't see. See in there? Huh. See, it's just powder, you know? Anyway. That was kind of stupid. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my magic dust brush, okay, and then I'm going to dip it into my magic dust powder here, okay, like that. Got some on my brush, see that, okay, and I'm going to dab it down like this, okay, and I'm going to use the magic dust to soak up the oils that have gotten onto the glass, okay? So, you guys see what's happening here? Okay. Okay. Now, I'm being gentle, okay? But I'm working from my corners out, okay? And kind of sweeping it away, okay? But I'm using some downward force. I'm not using a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm using enough to get it all up, okay? Because the cleaner I get my glass right now, the less work I'll have to do later on, okay? So it's real important, okay? There we go. That's the one there. So that's how you do the magic dust, okay?